Welcome back to Blush Society and our very first Tell the Truth Tuesday. I have a question from Debbie in Texas, and her question is, I was watching Housewives of Atlanta and was wondering, how do you avoid allowing someone to bring you out of your character? Well, Debbie, I gotta say that was a heavy loaded question, and it took me a little bit to think about this. But I want to start off by first saying that as women, we end up in situations where our character is always being compromised. And I personally feel the biggest reason for this is that we are always trying to tell the truth. What this means is we find ourselves trying to defend what we believe is right. I'm pretty sure we've all heard that there's two sides to every story, and typically the disagreement is about the truth. But what I want to share with you, Debbie, and the rest of the ladies is that the biggest reason, or the biggest misconception, let me put it that way, the biggest misconception about disagreements is that you are a coward if you walk away. Let me say that walking away sometimes is the best thing for you and the other person. I've heard this before, you can't handle the truth if you walk away. Well, ladies, we all know that we have limits, and if our buttons get pushed, we may snap. What that means is you've been pushed to your breaking point and you've lost control of the situation. And before you allow someone to push you, push you over the fence, you really want to think twice. Before you start cussing, before you start hollering, that's something I have to work on. I have to, I catch myself getting so loud when I feel that I'm trying to prove my side of the story. And as we saw in Housewives, things just got physical. And that's kind of like when it gets to the extreme. So before you get to that point, Debbie, first get it in your mind that you don't have to prove yourself. Another thing is that when you feel like you have to prove yourself and you have an audience, you get fired up. You feel like you have to tell that other person what they did that was just right down wrong. And you want to tell them that their actions were wrong, their accusations were wrong, and you got a point to make. So what you want to do, Debbie, think about it in the mindset that you don't have to prove yourself. Because for one, you want to think of your character and you want to think of the consequences if you act out in a certain way. It may sound a little corny, but you, at the end of the day, may have some things that are so dear to you that you may risk. You may risk losing your job. You may risk losing some friendships. You may ultimately regret some of the things that you mentioned or you said. So before it gets to that point, just walk away. Or, like I like to say, walk away gracefully. So Debbie, I hope that helps you. The next time you feel that your character is being compromised, remember that you can walk away gracefully. And to the rest of the ladies, send in your questions and help me out on Tell the Truth Tuesday. These are like brain teasers, but they're so much fun because it allows me to look at some different topics that I know intrigue my viewers out there. So ladies, leave your comments below and be happy, be blessed. And as always, ladies love BS. Blessed Society. Goodbye.